Here we go.
Uh-oh.
What?
Did I freeze or you freeze?
I don't think I froze. Am I frozen?
You were for a second, but you're back.
Oh no.
Hello, everybody. Man, we've got a lot of people here today. Hi, Laura.
Courtney.
Hi, Ruth. Hi, Amy. Courtney. Widget. Sorry you have COVID, Courtney.
It was me.
What's you? Oh. Hi, Mona. Hey, Jesse.
Well, if it happens again, I'll plug in, but hopefully it doesn't.
Hi, Ellery. Jules. And Kaylee. Look at this.
The gang's all here.
I did get an email today from YouTube that basically they're not letting people control like what kind of ads or how many ads go on their videos when they're monetized. So just a heads up, if there's weird monetization, that's because YouTube's in charge now.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I remember when they introduced mid-roll ads and they were like, your viewers are going to get used to it. I have not. I have not gotten used to it. I will not get used to it. I'll be bitter about mid-roll ads forever.
Yeah, and now creators can't even control them, so that's awesome.
I have straight up stopped watching several channels because I am sick of mid-roll ads.
Yes, Widget was Stormshine.
This is why I have very good ad blocking.
Oh, OG Kaylee's here.
My cousin and his wife and their kid all got COVID. And like the kid had a really mild case, I think he said, but he and his wife are like dragging and trying to take care of this like 5-year-old.
Yeah. What are we going to be working on today?
That's a very good question.
Has anyone noticed Bess's mug that she's strategically holding up in front of the camera?
Oh, am I? I can move it.
It's okay. You can show everyone.
Well, now I'm all embarrassed. I wasn't intending to show it off. And I just got caught up with something I wasn't doing, and I don't know how to handle that.
Jesse doesn't know what they're working on yet.
Same boat.
Courtney read it. Cool, T Hermit. Getting some grading done. Exciting. Editing. Chapter 17. All right. Oh, that's exciting.
I'm doing everything all out of order.
Wow, a lot of things coming at once. It's painted now. I was there 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And my coworkers and Bess came over on Sunday, and Kevin ran supply runs. And then my parents came over on Monday. So it's painted. It just needs to be cleaned and caulked.
It's looking so good.
Yeah, it's cathedral gray. I keep calling it millennial gray, though, because that's a thing.
I broke in yesterday and can confirm it looks amazing. There's a YouTuber that does 10-minute yoga videos, which is as long as my attention span can be held for. So I ripped the audio of those and paid her money through her website. It's like, this is an even exchange.
Entering design review. All right. I am going to be going through my agent email because I've been kind of ignoring it mostly for a week. Hey, Stephanie. But I did go out on sub yesterday with the author's debut manuscript, and I'm really excited, and I hope everyone loves it as much as me. I have read Legends and Lattes, and I don't think it requires any D&D experience. Small town romance trope, not really even that. I will say Legends and Lattes, I know a lot of people really loved it. It was not for me because nothing happened. Which a lot of people like it for that reason. So if that's what you want, that's fine. But it wasn't for me. But I did read the whole thing while I listened to it. But I don't think it requires. I mean, I do have some D&D knowledge just because like my roommates for several years played it, but I never played it.
If it's going to be cozy as described, I don't think you have to know a lot about D&D.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even really a romance. Like, it's very romance light, even.
Yeah, the description is Legends and Lattes, a novel of high fantasy and low stakes.
Yeah.
I read a romance like that once, where she's like, oh no, there's a fire in the kitchen. But it was all fine. And then she's like, what if he goes home this weekend and forgets me? And he didn't, and it was fine.
Yeah, the main plot of it seems to be what new menu item will we add, and will people love it? And then people always love it. So.
If it's going to be cozy?
No, there's no sex in it. Mm-mm. The audiobook, so the author is actually an audiobook narrator. So it's read by the author. Even though it's a female main character, and Travis is the author. So that was interesting. But he's a great narrator.
I lost my mouse. Okay, back. I believe in you. You got this.
Yeah, you can do it. So I guess no, never mind. Ignore me.
Who wants to see my cute strawberry things that I made?
Yeah, show us that. They are super cute. There's a little strawberry bear with a little strawberry fidget thing.
I was talking to one of the people at the Z meetup yesterday. And he was like, strawberries are my favorite fruit. And I was like, oh, I have pink yarn. I didn't know what I was going to do with. Strawberries.
Nice. Back to what Jesse said here. Sometimes authors reading their own works is not good. In fact, it's very, very bad. Sometimes. Oh my God, what's her name? She's a Native American author, Louise Eldrick or whatever. I literally couldn't listen to more than 2 minutes. It was the worst audio experience of my life.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Kevin is adoring Rosamund Pike reading the Wheel of Time books.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, they have to finish the series so that I can get all the books as read by her.
Libba Bray has read some of her books, but Libba Bray is a trained stage actress, and they're great. So I think it really depends. And there was another one. Denton Little's Death Date is read by the author, who is also an actor. So
when we were building furniture, I don't think I told you this, Kevin was helping with the bookcase, and you were listening to an audiobook in the other room. And Kevin goes, is Sarah learning another language? It was like, no, it's just really sped up.
Yeah.
I don't recognize that language. You know it.
It's just English at 2 times speed. I can't do voices. I would never be able to read a fiction book for that reason. Thanks, Kay. Do your stretches.
I was listening to Fanatical Fix the other day, and I was like, if I ever write a book, I want Kim to be the narrator. Over like the 5 years that they've been doing the podcast, she's gotten really good at voices.
All right, we are ready for our first sprint. On your mark, get set.
Do your best. And that's time. Our first fight is now complete. How did everyone do?
I didn't even get started. I'm fighting with my online bank. It's not showing my mortgage and my accounts.
Oh no.
So my mortgage and my homeowner's insurance are through my bank, the same bank.
Mm.
And I got an email saying for my homeowner's insurance saying we haven't got the payment from your mortgage company. I'm like, you're the same company.
Fabulous.
Nice.
Excellent. Oh, I forgot. I was just going to start calling people out by name. See if I remember to do that for the next one.
Nice,
Excellent.
Amy. Nice,
Brilliant.
Jewel.
Wonderful.
Well done.
Look at
Well,
everyone.
now it's time to talk about, let's see. 5 pages. Nice, Mona. Now it's time to talk about what everyone's drinking. Show us your mug.
Sarah made me a mug.
And then on the side, yep. And I have a matching one, but I left it out.
Complimentary one.
Yeah, complimentary is a good one.
Excellent.
Nice.
Brilliant. Is it like fun reading?
I want cookies.
Sarah made it. Oh, nice.
Cute.
Look at you hydrating. Did you find anything good?
Courtney.
Seems like we're all kind of crushing it this week, and I'm very proud of us.
I am drinking wine and water.
The best drink.
Yeah. Agreed. We have a lot of tea here. Cherry vanilla Coke. I had a Diet Cherry Coke or Coke Zero Cherry the other day. That was nice.
I think that might be my old person spot where I'm like, I like soda, just Coke, not any of the flavors or variations.
Well, the cherry vanilla. Well, I love Space Coke. Space Coke was the best. I'm so sad that it was limited time.
Oh, maybe it'll come back.
Yeah, I haven't seen cherry vanilla Coke recently. I used to see it all over the place.
I have nothing interesting to talk about.
Do you think in 30 years people will remember the Borg? Like, will that still be a reference that would make sense? Yes, because they're just going to keep remaking movies with the Borg forever.
I don't think you need to over stress about whether your like touchstones are too out of date, because it could just be a quirk of the character.
Unless, of course, you're writing a YA and they all listen to the music that you, as a 40-something-year-old, listened to as a child, because all the kids are annoyed.
But like in general, I think you can kind of just be like, yeah, my character is, really into the 2000s or whatever. I have never watched anything that features the Borg, but I know that the general framework of the reference.
Yeah. Jules, by the way, is like one of the, I forget the phrasing, but Jules was like the go-to media contact in Canada for fan-centered Star Trek stuff. So heads up that you may have just opened a can of worms.
But all teenagers currently could be watching Sex and the City because there's that new series. Huh.
I hate that. I hate it. I have strong opinions about stuff like this, and I censored myself there, so I hate it.
I'm realizing that part of why I burned out on writing so hard is because I hate all of the other stuff.
They shouldn't be asking stuff like that. There's no reason. It's extra work for the writers. It puts too much stress on the writers. I hate it. And you can tell him I said that.
My friend who's an agent says your system is dumb and wrong.
It's also ableist, but let's not get into that conversation today.
Yeah, like when I got my agent, she was like, well, you have to have a website and a blog and be on all the social media stuff and active. And I did it. And now I haven't read much of anything in like 3 years.
Canadian Star Trek expert. That's a good way to phrase it. That's much shorter than what I said. Oh, what's happening? Oh. It's just asking for way too much work for no reason, just for shits and giggles on the agent's part. I hate it. I think agents who ask questions like that, especially the ones who ask the ones that like are unrelated to your book, like agents will ask questions like, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? What does that have to do with anything? I hate it so much.
See, I could make a playlist for basically anything, but because I am a Luddite who owns all of my music, it would be in a format inaccessible to anyone else, not on like Spotify. But like, my brain doesn't work that way. I don't make mood boards for my characters or whatever. And like, it works for people, but not for me. Yeah. Yep. Nice. I have a CD collection for sure.
Oh my gosh, Stephanie, read Stephanie's comment today. We had in our meeting today, we were doing this exercise where we were supposed to name like reasons why we were grateful for people. And Becca said, I'm really grateful for Sarah for telling me like it is and telling me when I'm overthinking things.
That is a thing that many of us are appreciative of. My sister got into records a while ago, and then we discovered that my dad had like hundreds in his workshop that we just never knew about. So she's been like pulling from that for years.
Nice.
I like my CDs and my DVDs because then I have them and they're mine. I don't need to pay for access to them because they're right there.
I just don't listen to a lot of music. People are like, you still use the free Pandora? I'm like, yeah, for the 5 minutes I use it in the morning just to keep myself from falling back asleep. Yeah, I'm fine.
Look at all of us being old and crotchety together. Forget your subscription-based systems. I buy the thing, I own the thing, it's my thing.
Some of the subscription-based stuff is getting out of hand, to be serious. What was it the other day I was thinking about? I was like, that's nonsense. I can't remember. Yeah, Nick loves music, which is fine because like I don't have strong feelings, so he can play whatever. He has to have music playing all the time.
Me too. Jesse, you're my favorite.
All right, it is time to start the second sprint.
That's nuts, and I hate that so much. What an infuriating thing to
Oh,
end on.
Peloton. It was Peloton that I was thinking of. Okay. On your mark, get set.
Do your best. And that's time, Anna. And everyone else. How did we do?
You're calling people out by name now.
Thought it might be fun. Do you settle the issues with your bank?
No, because I can't call them, which is apparently the only way to rectify this, which is BS.
Well, that's lovely.
Nice. It was soothing that time.
Excellent.
179. Nice. 16 pages.
Fabulous.
10 pages. Oh, I guess I have an email.
That says research.
214 words. Nice. That is definitely research.
Perfect.
Okay. Bye, KK.
Evil face.
I applied for a job.
You have too many jobs.
No, but like a replacement of my day job that would pay me twice as much.
Ooh, excellent job. Love that job.
Yeah. And remote, fully remote. $36.
Jules.
What was that for?
I don't know.
Oh, because I'm applying for a new job.
Tell us more.
Okay. Thanks, Jules. Thanks for the blessing. Yeah.
We were all on the same page here.
It's a event director for a company that a nonprofit actually that supports reproductive health care.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what do we have coming up?
Oh man, what do we have coming up?
I don't think I have anything.
If you are in Orlando on Friday, I am teaching an in-person workshop.
Ooh.
I can't remember the topic. Give me 1 second. I think it's on querying. Pitch your book. So both elevator pitch and a good query letter type thing. Yeah. So I'm going to post a link in the comments. Q&A thing. I do already direct events. Thanks, Jesse. I don't know what else is coming up. Let me look at my calendar. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on my condo all day because I have a day off.
Whee!
After our adult department meeting for the agency. We also have at the downtown library on Saturday afternoon, science, fact, or fiction.
Intriguing.
And it's like a precursor to our solar eclipse events. We're going to be handing out solar eclipse glasses for the event too.
Solar eclipse?
Solar eclipse in October. We're getting a partial in Florida.
Oh, cool. Have to make a pinhole or something for that.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same page. Yeah, I got nothing.
The person doing the science, fact, or fiction talk is also going to give a short safety talk about how to safely view an eclipse as well, in case you need that reminder.
I was living in Maryland for the last one.
Don't do like a former president and stare directly at the sun.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, the totality is going from, I think, southwestern United States to northeastern United States. It's kind of that path.
Cool.
Laura.
I also used to live in Maryland.
I was in Orlando for the last one, but we went up to North Carolina with a group of friends for totality. And it was really fun. The hotel we stayed at gave us moon pies and Capri Suns when we checked in, which I thought was super cute.
That's delightful.
Yeah.
There's a car down there. I assume it's the loud one that has like a seizure inducing light in like its tires.
Mm,
And I hate it personally.
yeah. Oh.
That guy.
Yeah, that sounds like a car that would have that.
Yeah, so we all hate him.
Well, it's not Nick because he's here.
Nick would never. Unless he thought it was funny.
That's true.
You know, there are times where I'm like, oh my God, the soundproofing on my apartment is terrible. And then I like open the lanai door and I'm like, oh no, the soundproofing on my apartment is very good. The world is just extremely loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live at a busy intersection.
Oh man. Y'all are so funny. So there's a publisher who is organizing a fundraising auction to just give them money. They are a for-profit publisher. However, they are with a very focused mission of publishing diverse books. But
Okay.
it's just really awkward because basically they're doing this fundraising auction to just give a for-profit company money because they're having trouble paying their bills, I guess.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
But maybe this will change your decision. It
I
is
haven't made
also
a
a
decision. What am I
publisher.
deciding?
It's a small publisher, but it's like a well-known publisher. But they demand exclusives.
Like, if you submit to them, you can't submit anywhere else?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can see not wanting investors. So, like, unless it's like an angel investor.
Yeah. What does that mean? An exclusive? Yeah, it's what Bess said. If you submit to them, you can't submit to anybody else.
Like, I
Which
can.
happens sometimes, but usually only on very, very specific situations. Like Amanda's book that we sold to Bloomsbury was an exclusive, but it was because the editor reached out before we even went on submission and offered to help her develop the book, which is why we gave him an exclusive. Normally you don't give publishers exclusives. Most of the time you submit to multiple publishers at the same time. So they're saying they can't pay their bills, but they're asking for exclusives. Like it's not great. Not great vibes.
Sarah won't say because Sarah's a professional. So one of you has to go out there and find them. And then I will say because I am not a professional.
It is just very awkward. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Oh gosh, it's past time. Okay, on your mark, get set.
Finish strong. I believe in you. And that's time, Jules, and everyone else. Our final sprint, oops, wrong button, is now complete.
Jules and everyone else.
How did we do?
I got the emails answered that I wanted to and started organizing the non-urgent emails. I also may have DM'd someone who could tell us about the publisher that I was talking about.
Are they fun shoes?
157. Nice. Nice, Mona. Well done, Amy. Getting stuff done.
I'm sleepy tired, y'all.
Good for me, not for protagonist.
Aww. Woo!
181. Nice, Stephanie.
Nice.
Well done, Adriano.
The best kind of shoe.
It was not you, Laura, but I can DM you if you would like.
All right. Jesse heard from a little birdie named Google. There's a fundraiser for Levine Querido.
Yeah.
What is Levine Querido?
It's Arthur Levine is the owner, or one of the owners.
Arthur A. Levine. Get ready to bid.
There is some sort of, you can win, what is it, dinner? Lunch for two with Henry Winkler. So
Do you want lunch for two with Henry Winkler?
Some people might.
The language is very vague.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Like, I'm all for fundraising, you know, like when bookstores are like, hey, we need help keeping the lights on. I'm like, cool, yeah, I would also like you to keep the lights on.
Good job, Courtney, on both accounts. Can you taste your dinner, though?
Wow, that's a lot of items.
It's a lot, yeah.
I guess people really like this place.
Yeah, I mean, it is a publisher with a directive of publishing books from marginalized creators, so there's that. But
lunch for two with the Henry Winkler.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. 8 some pages. Also that.
Oh, that is a writer.
Oh, 8 some pages. Either way.
I hate some pages is a very writer thing to say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I'm like, I literally sent out this writer's submissions yesterday, and I'm like, why don't we have an offer yet?
Ooh, Gail Carson Levine's in here.
New Nori. No. Mm-mm.
Tell us more.
Oh, I've heard that the COVID antivirals have a terrible, terrible taste. I have heard that. Someone suggested or replied to my tweet earlier that they were stressed out trying to think of a fun fact that would make everyone think they were cool.
No one here is like cool. Objectively cool. You know, like we all think each other are cool, but like
yeah.
But like none of us are gonna be like on TV except Jules, who's
been on TV multiple times.
The lone. I don't know.
Owl's eyes are not eyeballs, but more tubular in shape and can make up 5% of their body weight. Ours are about 0.0003%. Oh, that was you, Widget, because I don't know your real name.
That is definitely a
Ellie.
fun fact for those of us who are not currently taking antivirals.
Yeah, my parents told me that.
So like they have sausage eyes.
Eye tubes.
Well, like your eye is filled with stuff, so they're like a sausage eye. I'm sorry, from the what?
Damage from the cookie cutter shark, and they had to add a fiberglass coating to their submarines to prevent it. I don't know
Also
what
called the cigar shark.
I have to look this up now.
Uh,
If you look in some owl's ears, you can see their eyes. That is
cookie cutter sharks gouge out round plugs, like if they're like a cookie cutter in cookie dough.
These guys are freaky looking.
It just kind of looks like a fish.
They kind of look like an eel.
No.
There's a picture of a person's bite.
I want to see.
Oh, it came up on Bing. I don't even know how to share this with you.
Oh no! I should have specified human. Oh, that's sad.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to share the screen with you.
Okay, good.
Maybe.
Everyone look away now if you don't want to see it, and I will say when you can come back.
Yeah. Okay, it's coming on screen now. Oh no! Everything changed. Hold on.
In the meantime,
what is happening? Okay.
I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, what's in New Nori?
Okay, I know how to make it work. There we go.
Oh, wild.
Isn't that weird?
New Nori is a 19-year-old fashionista who...
Okay, the shark bite is gone.
I guess is also a Vocaloid? Oh, come on. That was clearly a Vocaloid.
A metaverse avatar. Okay. The most expensive task in jet engine design is a fan blade out task where you explosively release a fan blade and intentionally destroy the engine. Fun.
That sounds like fun. That is a fun fact.
Yeah. There are whales and sharks with tons of scars from the cookie cutter shark.
Well, if you could just take a little snack.
A drusen is almost like a pimple on the optic nerve, a little deposit of lipids and proteins behind the retina.
What does it do?
I don't know.
Okay, so the thing is, trigger warning, only useful if you know the trigger. Content warnings, very helpful for blanket statements.
Yeah, we do use content warnings in my group. And the way that I describe it is, and this may help, I don't know, it may not help, but is teens can join our writing group. And so we want to let them know if there is some kind of content that a teen may want to avoid.
Because, like, I have a weird trigger. So you're never going to be able to trigger for it because it would be insane to trigger for it. But, like, it doesn't hurt to be like, hey, there's a thing that's going to surprise you and be, gross for a lot of people. So this is just a German Vocaloid is what I'm hearing.
So it's funny because my boss Lane is a big horror agent. He represents a lot of horror. And he asked for content warnings on the query form. And people give him a lot of shit because they're like, what do you mean horror with content warnings? And he's like, no. He's like, I need to know if certain things happen. So if one of the biggest horror agents requests content warnings, then everyone's arguments are bullshit.
Yeah, I'm here for it. An editor drove me into a panic attack by vehemently disagreeing.
That's a good question, Widget. Because you said it's like a pimple.
Well, if you know it's coming, you can skip the page.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have already read it, and then you know it's there.
Yes, Widget. They give him shit in the query. Yeah.
That may
Why?
not be the agent for you if you're arguing with him.
Yeah. Why do you want to work with someone that you like don't respect, obviously? Oh, as a reader, yeah, you can also get the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're like anti-content warning, that's true.
Yeah, I love them in Mia's books. Like they don't have, any impact for me, the things that she tags for, but like I really like it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Oh, I have a fun fact for you. Who wins in just let me get your guesses. Who wins in a fight between killer whales, aka orcas, and a great white shark?
Orcas?
They do. Do you know how they kill them?
Probably not the same way they kill seal pups, which is a documentary that will live forever in my nightmares. Speaking
It's
of content warnings.
Nuts. Orcas. Killer whale. Yeah. So the way that they do it, though, is really the interesting part. Laura says ramming into them. Close, not quite. Teamwork. No, actually, it's a solo endeavor. Butt them. No.
Eat them.
Ram them. No. Forcing the surface. T-Herm is actually closest. Yes, Jesse. So when an orca dies, so you have a great white and an orca will turn upside down, swim, bite the great white, and flip them over. And what happens to a shark when they flip over? They go like kind of comatose. And so it just swims around with them upside down until they suffocate themselves.
No, this is a much better option. I like this one.
I like that one too, Widget. When I heard this, I was like, this is so intense. Yeah, so there you go. Fun fact. Animal murder.
Yeah, every so often someone would be like, humans are the only creatures that can be evil because they're the only ones capable of like cruelty. And then I think of the documentary of different animals playing with their food while it's still alive that I was shown in 7th grade. Speaking of cruelty.
Yeah, I don't know about the liver thing. I know, well, because I was like, oh, this makes sense why we taught them to do tricks, because they're very smart, obviously. Problem solving. But also, why would we keep them if they're very smart and problem solving and can kill great white sharks? Oh my God. I did watch this video the other day of this. It wasn't a chimp. It was an orangutan. And it
Hang on. Do we need to put a content warning on this? Since we're talking about the horrific things animals do to each other?
No, this isn't something they do to each other. So there was a saw left in the enclosure, and the orangutan figured out what to do with it and started sawing like branches. Like it didn't figure out like what to do with the branches at that point, but it did figure out like sawing, cut the branches. But then they had this like fake orangutan that also started sawing next to it. And then the real orangutan like got competitive about it until she got tired and just laid down.
All right. Does anyone have a fun fact that isn't about the horrific things that happen in the animal kingdom?
Well, that wasn't horrific. They just started sawing.
But do you see the conversation happening over here?
Huh?
Do you see the conversation happening in the comments? We have definitely taken a specific term.
I'm ignoring it.
That's a good fact.
I did watch a video the other day of a dog painting.
Oh,
and they've taught it to make shapes like circles. I did tell Widget on Twitter, even though I didn't know it was Widget at the time, that animal facts are the most popular.
That's delightful.
Oh, that's cute.
That's a good fact. Thank you, Jessie.
That's a great one to end on, Jessie.
And that's why you're my favorite.
Oh, Laura, how does that
We tried to do
work.
that because my cats are smart enough. Well, one of them is. The problem is we are not. I don't want to put in that effort. And Squeaker knows that whether or not he pushes the button, he's going to get the thing that he wants.
Yeah. Widget, is the blooming corpse flower the one that like smells really bad when it blooms?
It is.
Okay. It's not going well.
Yeah, that's where it lost me. I was like, cool, this is going to be fun. But it was not fun.
I did watch
so
this video, a TikTok video from We Rate Dogs, about the top 5 dogs from the first half of this year. And I cried a lot. So
can you guys hear my chatty cat?
I don't hear it, but I'm on speakers.
Where is he yelling from? Bring me the boy.
Flavored vanilla mint. Interesting.
He'll wave us out.
Cats also like mint a lot.
All right, Squeaker's going to come and help us do the goodbye thing.
Excellent.
Oh, hey, bud. You're stuck. You're stuck.
Oh, okay. So I have to reply to Jesse's comment. So my dad's old dog, Japaj, who was actually my dog before then, we had floor registers in the old house. Oh no, the air conditioning registers that are on the floor. And he got to the point where he was like very picky about the way he wanted to be fed, and he only wanted to be fed on a towel, right? So he put a towel down and put food on it. I don't know how they figured it out. I wasn't there for that. But he would put the towel on top of the air register and sit there and wait for the air to turn on, and then would blow the towel up, and then he would attack it.
Nice.
All right.
Well, we lost the cat, so we're going to have to do it ourselves.
Yeah, Squeaker, it didn't cooperate, but all right. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. It's been a great night. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. Everyone stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, because COVID is going up, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.